Hi, I am Maya from Simple Mountain Life. I hope 2025 is bringing you all wonderful beginnings. The mountain mist greets my studio each morning during the rainy season, as it has for years. And when the earth meets the rain, the earth becomes clay. And clay becomes a bridge between what it is and what could be. In these mountains, where clouds touch the earth, I found my path in clay. Each morning begins in silence, just the breath of dawn, the steady presence of ancient peaks. Today, I like to share my pottery journey with you, a practice that has become an essential part of my daily life. In pottery, as in Tao, we find our way by yielding. The clay teaches us to be receptive, to find strength in softness. Between my hands, this clay holds memories of mountain storms, ancient riverbeds, and countless cycles of transformation. As I wedge, I feel generations of potters who came before, their wisdom embedded in this simple movement. The clay teaches me too much force creates resistance. Too little lacks intention, like life itself. It responds to balance. Even in my youth, I carried within me a longing for pottery. Though it would remain dormant for many years, it wasn't until I was 31, after moving to New York City, that I finally had a chance to explore this ancient art. Eager to discover what pottery held for me, I enrolled in a 3-month course at a neighborhood studio. I fell in love with it, but the physical demands of working with clay led me down a different path initially. The back-aching process pushed me to explore other creative outlets, and I found myself wandering around the street in New York City with my camera. Though I made a promise to myself I would return to the pottery when my curiosity about the wider world had settled. That moment arrived 13 years ago when I moved to the mountains. Here on this mountain, I began exploring pottery in its most primitive form, mining dirt to create clay, and learning the art of pit firing, all through guidance of YouTube tutorials. So I must thank to those YouTubers, potter YouTubers, for being my teacher.
without it, it's quite impossible for me to learn some techniques and something, because I live in Ecuador, not like Korea or United States. Many resource is very lack here. Living Ecuador, and even in Ecuador, I live in on top of mountain. So without internet and without YouTube, I wouldn't have this far with the pottery. So I am very much thankful for YouTube tutorials and then potters who put their knowledge in on YouTube. So I am very much thank to you.
My journey took a serious turn when my son gifted me an electronic kiln. Since then, pottery has become my life's work, something I see myself doing until my final days. The wheel has become my meditation cushion, the clay my teacher. Here, the ego must dissolve. When I try to impose my will completely, the clay rebels. When I surrender too much, it loses form. The ancient Taoists spoke of this dance, the harmony between action and non-action, between intention and acceptance. Each vessel begins, as all life does, seeking its center. My hands creates a space of possibility, a conversation between what the clay wants to become and what these hands have learned through thousands of tries and failures. My pottery practice has become more than just crafting vessels. It's a meditation, a daily reminder of the Wabi-Sabi philosophy that finds beauty in imperfection and impermanence. Each piece that emerges from my hands carries the marks of its journey, from earth to form, much like on path to finding this craft. When I mine the dirt and it transforms it into clay, I am connecting with an ancient tradition that stretches back thousands of years. This connection to the earth, to the basic element that sustains us, reflects the simplicity and authenticity. The subtle pressure of a fingertip can change everything. Too much thinking and the form becomes rigid. Too little presence, it loses its way, like the Tao itself. The perfect vessel emerges not from force, but from attentive relationship. The clay knows what it wants to be. I simply help it remember. Between making and waiting, doing and being, the studio holds its own rhythm. For the past 4 years, I've been dedicating myself to the wheel and clay. With each passing day, I've come to realize that pottery isn't a craft one masters in mere years. This understanding led me to discover a book about a potter from Korean Joseon Dynasty. For those interested in exploring this story further, it's called A Single Shot by Linda Sue Bach. So at this moment, I like to say that if there is something we want to try, let us try. Whether it turns out to be your true passion or not quite what you expected, either outcome is perfect. Now, in my late 50s, approaching 60s, I am not pursuing pottery with the dreams of fame. I simply want to do what brings me joy. Having a practice that can be your lifelong friend is truly a gift. It's never too late to try something new. I believe when we stop creating, we become lifeless, regardless our age. After all, creativity keeps our spirit young and our heart engaged with life's endless possibility. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe and join me on this journey. Also, if you have any question about my life here in Andean Mountain, like cost of living, daily routines, or anything about this simple mountain lifestyle, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to share more with you.